When we look back at 2020, it would be easy to focus on the challenges presented by COVID-19 to our community, our nation, and the world. However, working together, we have overcome many obstacles to safely progress our essential work at the Hanford site, continuing to protect our workforce, our community, and the Pacific Northwest. When the Hanford site transitioned to an essential mission-critical operations in late March, our on-site workforce population remained at about 15%, and we shifted over 6,000 workers to telework over the course of just a few days. Demonstrating innovation and flexibility in our planning process, the transition allowed our work to progress remotely by many, while also ensuring the safety and security of the site by those that continue to report to work to operate safety and security systems, to provide utility, emergency services, and manage the IT systems to support thousands of workers working from home. We embraced new safety and health protocols and were able to consistently demonstrate effective prevention of the spread of COVID-19 on site while we continue to plan for remobilization when conditions both on and off the site were met. Today, our Hanford teammates on site are delivering physical progress on our important cleanup and risk reduction projects, while others continue to add value through telework as we manage the overall workforce population to provide a safe and healthy environment for everyone to the maximum possible extent. Over the past year, we have continued our work through a period of dynamic change. Beyond overcoming the challenges represented by COVID-19, we are conducting major contract transitions and continuing to make fundamental shifts in the operating pace and tempo of the site as we prepare for the start of direct feed low activity waste operations.
As a Hanford team committed to our site-wide mission, we have worked together to establish risk-based priorities for our cleanup mission to ensure that each dollar we're provided by Congress is well spent. In addition to our drive to advance direct feed low activity waste projects, we continued to set new records of performance in groundwater treatment, and we've advanced other key risk reduction projects across the site. We reported that groundwater treatment systems were on track to meet EM's goal of treating at least 2.2 billion gallons of contaminated groundwater this fiscal year. Not only was this achieved, but it was announced that the annual treatment goal was surpassed for the 6th year in a row. For our direct feed low activity waste priority, we completed design of a new water treatment plant and executed the acquisition process. This facility will be used to provide water site-wide as well as for waste treatment plant operations. We also began upgrading the integrated disposal facility, where the vitrified low-level tank waste will be permanently disposed. This is a critical component in achieving tank waste treatment.
While our teammates were busy advancing infrastructure and support facilities necessary for tank waste treatment, we also made great progress towards DFLAW in the tank farms and at the waste treatment plant.
At the tank farms, workers finished testing the tank-side cesium removal pre-treatment system to remove radioactive cesium and solids from tank waste to provide a feed of low-activity waste to the plant. Called TISCR, the system has been moved to its permanent location between the AP tank farm and the WTP, where it will be utilized during DFLAW operations. At the waste treatment plant, workers finished startup testing at the analytical laboratory, marking the first primary facility at the plant to reach that point prior to moving into the commissioning phase for operations. Moving these facilities from the construction to the commissioning phase was one of EM's priorities for 2020. Training was kicked off for the final class of 27 commissioning technicians who will prepare the massive treatment plant for 24/7 operations to vitrify millions of gallons of tank waste. Chemists moved into the analytical laboratory, culminating 2 years of developing training and procedures and verifying laboratory equipment performance while working at a nearby community college. And with operations of the VIT plant just around the corner, roads were paved and permanent parking lots constructed. Around that same time, Secretary of Energy Dan Brouillette had an opportunity to see progress on that project and other projects as he visited the site with representatives of 2 EM offices. While the focus remains on direct feed low activity waste capability, we have continued to reduce risk across the site. Staff at the water treatment plant received a Distinguished Silver Certificate of Achievement from the Washington State Department of Health for 5 consecutive years of high performance on removing contaminants from water to help protect workers at the site. This year, the site's liquid waste processing facilities marked 25 years of safely treating contaminated wastewater to support double shell tank capacity. Those facilities have processed more than 330 million gallons of contaminated wastewater to remove radioactive and chemical waste. Hanford enhanced safety for workers and reduced the risk posed by chemical vapors by installing a new exhauster ventilation system above waste tanks in the A tank farm. This system will draw air from the tanks and send filtered air through 50-foot stacks well above workers.
Reducing risk from aging facilities and structures is a priority for the department. We continue to advance work to remove risks posed from 3 aging underground structures located at the former plutonium finishing plant site.
Workers built a full-scale mock-up to test the system used to fill these structures with engineered grout. This grout will stabilize the structures to prevent collapse while also fixing in place any contaminants until permanent disposal decisions are made. Workers also broke ground on a storage area that will hold nearly 2,000 capsules of cesium and strontium that are now stored in an underwater basin at the Waste Encapsulation and Storage Facility. Workers began building a mock-up to safely train employees and test equipment that will be used to move the highly radioactive capsules into the cask and out onto a dry storage area.
We've overcome many challenges together this year. One key aspect of our ability to maintain our team dynamic has been the IT infrastructure that has allowed many of us to work remotely, supporting both the mission and our community in the fight against COVID-19. Hanford's network allows site employees access to Hanford applications and resources, providing tools like Teams to support meetings and enhanced mobile notifications to keep our entire team informed and engaged. The communications between the Department of Energy and our contractors have ensured alignment and enabled noteworthy progress over the last year. Fiscal year 2020 has presented unique and unprecedented challenges for all of us. Thank you for your dedication to our essential work, your flexibility and tenacity in the face of adversity, and for your commitment to the health and safety of your coworkers, families, friends, and our community. While COVID is still in the world, please remember the lessons we have learned over the past few months. Maintain social distancing, wear face coverings, wash your hands often, and stay home if you are ill to protect your Hanford teammates. I remain confident that by working together, we can overcome every challenge and shape a prosperous future. Thank you.